Hey everybody, how we doing this evening? Welcome to Wednesdays. We're at Mid Ohio with the Cadillacs this evening. Thank you very much for joining us here on Apex this iRacing. We got actually we're right into lone qualifying at the moment. We're a little bit late on the scene, but better than never. And so we're right into qualifying. We're only a minute in so far, so it looks like looking at Steven Martinez here. He looks like he comes around turn one there to start this first flying lap for him. Around this really tricky, I guess it's maybe turn two. Turn one is a little tricky. Some people call it two, but that big hairpin there before you get onto this even longer straight is very tricky to get right with the balance of the car. Fastest in practice was John Miller this evening, followed by Corey Mitchell. And that is not Shane Hunter. I don't know what's happening there. All right, there we go. John Miller crosses the line fastest there. I hope we don't have an hour and 20 of qualifying here. I know it's just 10 minutes. That would not be much fun as we see Don Sibley there get a little sideways. Top with Adam Baltudis. He was 2/10 slower than excuse me, he was 4/10 slower than John. He's currently lying in third position. Eric Kulliga is fourth at the moment, followed by Ken Kruger. Oh, and Corey Mitchell and Vincent Wood are able to go faster than John Miller as we see Corey come out of turn one there. Oh, and John just takes it back. He's down, he's pushing a 1:23.7. Very impressive as Corey's doing a 1:24.05 now. Eric Kulliga is able to do a decent lap and put himself up to third with a 24.3. Vincent Wood's doing a 24.5 at the moment. A bit further back, Adam Baltudis in sixth position now with a 24.7. Michael Kulliga with a 25.1. Tom Elliott does a 1:25.4. Braden Ashworth just hops up there ahead of Michael with a 1:24.7. Then we have Steven Martinez, only good enough for a 29 flat. And then Don Sibley, who we saw in that little accident in the Cheeto Mobile here. be John's last lap. He just puts in a 23.5. Corey Mitchell's in second position still. He's on his final lap, I believe. Adam Maltudis in third now with a 24.1. We have about three and a half minutes left, actually. I don't know what that timing is up at the top. Actually, just barely over 3 minutes remaining in qualifying. Some very tricky elevations as the crests are sort of in these medium speed corners. It's very difficult to get your timing right. As Corey Mitchell does a 23.7, he's not going to get pole position, but he is on the front row with John here. Adam Baltudis gets in the 123s, but just barely with a 23.9. Oh. Ken Kruger puts in a great lap for a 24.3. Moves himself up just barely ahead of Vincent Wood here. 6/100ths. So we're into the final 2 minutes. That should be it for Vincent. He moves up to third position. He gets in the just barely by 1/100th. He's faster than Adam Baltudis. Incredible. He does a 1:23.92 and Adam does a 1:23.93. Just barely. They're going to sit side by side on that second row there. Should be good to watch. Kent Kruger after that gets shafted down to 7th. Braden Ashworth goes, by the same margin of 1/100th faster than Kent Kruger. Let's see if Kent has anything for him. Ty Johnson just goes 10th fastest with a 25.4. I can't believe it. Shane Hunter is matched Adam Baltudis' time of 1:24.32. Kent can't go any faster, so he's going to say 1/100th past them. Braden Ashworth coming in with a 32.0. And Shane Hunter just by 5/1000th faster than him. He gets on that third row. Braden is shafted back to fourth row, right with Kent, where he's just, what is that? 12/1000th faster. All right, let's take a quick look at the grid here. If it's going to pop up, let's do race results or race info today. All right, we got 30 minutes only on these Cadillacs. Thank goodness. We got 17X, and you get to go to Dairy Queen. Damage is on with the Cadillacs, and we got open setups again. Oink, oink. The track temp is 96. Air temp is 70. It's good temperatures for racing. Hopefully, let's see if we can't get that grid up. All right, your first row is John Miller and Corey Mitchell. They should be neck and neck during this race like we saw last week. Then followed by Vincent Wood, Adam Baltudis, Eric Kulligas in 5th, Shane Hunter, Braden Ashworth, Kent Kruger makes up 8th position, Michael Kulliga and Ty Johnson rounds out the top 10. Then we got Tom Elliott in 11th, Don Sibley in 12th. Dave Beaulieu, excuse me, Dave, in 13th. And then we have Steven Martinez in 14th. Dustin Burkhalter's in, oh, sorry. How did I get all mixed up? No, he's in 15th, sure enough. And then J.J. Miller, Troy Banks, Randy Mathis, and Valerie are not here with us yet and have not grid. All right, we are almost gridded up here and ready to go. We are missing somebody. They better hop on. They got 10 seconds to take up their grid spot. I don't know who that is. That was Braden Ashworth, I believe. Taking his sweet time, getting out there. We got a nice full field today. Looks like we have 15 racers on track, so this should be great. And there's the pace truck. Looks like they're going to get about a quarter of a lap of a pace lap, which is not great, but who knows? Well, we'll see what magic is able to happen today. They're really coming around the final sort of real corner here, and then they have a little left-hander. The pace truck has gone in. We're going racing immediately as John steps on it. He's still side by side with Corey down to turn 1. Let's see how this is going to play out. He gives it to him and pulls away. Looks like everybody. Oh, we have a few people who might be joining us in the pits. Corey's back with him. We have Michael Kulliga from 5th position is off back there. Corey Mitchell staying with him. He's only a 10th behind. He's side by side with him now. And he's going to have a track position, I think, for this first right-hander after this long straight. And he's going to get it done. He's in first position before half a lap here. And that's brought Vincent back into play. Eric Kulliga is right on the heels of Adam Baltudis. Here's Ken Kruger tracking down Braden Ashworth as well. Right back towards the top. John's not giving him any breathing space. It's really difficult around here. Everybody's got really cold tires, especially since we had a quarter of a pace lap. Everybody's freezing out there trying to come to terms with it. Michael Kulliga is still limping in the back. He's 8 seconds behind the whole pack. These tricky infield sections, with the crests of the corners, it's very difficult. As Vincent Wood goes crashing back after, oh, sorry. Let's see what happens to Vincent back here. He was running in 3rd position. Comes out of turn 1 and just loses it into the wall. Let's go live with these guys. A little bit further back, Steven Martinez all over the bumper of Tom Elliott, but he's also got Dave Balu. I don't know. I'm gonna need to ask you how to pronounce your name, Dave. But you're getting a great run on Steven here. You're gonna get it done on the inside, I think. We'll see what happens. Well done, the guys. Keep it clean. Oh! What happened back there? Does it look like John Miller had a crash? Something happened. Corey Mitchell went off as well. He had an off track. Neither of them are going to get that extra point. Oh, and he just gives him a tap. And he lets him stay ahead for good measure as well. I don't know if it's clean, but it's definitely respectful racing just up the track. Adam Baltudis is your default leader after that little tap, followed by Eric Kulliga, Shane Hunter, Braden Ashworth, Kent Kruger. Then we get Corey Mitchell and John Miller. He's got Ty Johnson now for company. This is just turning into an awesome race all of a sudden. Oh! And Adam Baltudis has major off. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. As Eric Kulliga's just limping in the middle of the road. Let's see what happened back there. Oh, it looked like Adam Baltuda's your race leader. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, I wish it had lasted longer. Back up at the top, Corey Mitchell and Kent Kruger both, Corey Mitchell and John Miller have both just made it by Kent Kruger. Shane Hunter's now in first position, followed by Braden Ashworth, Corey Mitchell, John Miller, and Kent Kruger make up the top 5. Incredible race. Eric Kulliga and Adam Baltuda still in the pits. They have some repairs or something. I don't know exactly what they're doing. They haven't left the server, but they're getting some repairs. Maybe the fast repair was turned off. They definitely took a whack. Dave has tracked down Tom Elliott. Maybe he made up a little bit of time in that chaos from everybody. But he's now left Steven Martinez behind, 1.7 behind, and now he's tracking down Tom ahead of him. But don't let that distract you from what's going on. There's barely a second between the top 4 drivers. John is having a look on the inside. He's gonna have to concede here. No, or not. He gets a little out of shape, and now he's gonna have to concede, get back in line in this pack. This allowed them to separate slightly ahead. Awesome racing. I can't believe we're only 5 minutes into this race. There's been so much action on these first couple laps. Corey Mitchell's right on the back of that bumper. He's putting Adam under a tremendous amount of pressure. Oh, and John Miller puts his nose just into that corner. He's going to go a little wide. Nope, no, he keeps it on track there. A whole host of guys in the back having their own little fiasco here. That Don Sibley had to concede there. I don't know what he was doing back there. John Miller has fallen back about almost a second behind Corey Mitchell. He's right back with Kent Kruger now. Where Corey's been making up a lot of time on this tricky infield curves, really keeping it together. And it's important to have control in here because this is where you're going to kill your tires, and we'll see who has been most conservative come the end of this race. This fight has allowed John Miller to close right back up. Corey needs to make a move. He needs to put a car back between him and John. That would do him big favors as Braden gets a little bit wide there. Corey's got to find a way through right now. He outbreaks him and makes this happen. Oh, he comes together with him. Both of them go into the wall. Oh, Braden just turned in on him a little bit there. Corey definitely had the racing line. Both Corey's down to 8th, Braden's down to 9th. That puts John Miller right up to 2nd place. And now he's under a second from the lead. Corey having an unfortunate time. Getting a little tap from John to start, and then Braden really not sacrificing that position very easily. As we see Don Sibley goes off in the Cheeto car. See if Corey Mitchell has to come into the pits or if he's going to keep running. Elliott still has Dave right behind him. Giving him any breathing space. And this battle for the lead is really closed up as John puts his nose into the inside of this turn. He gets amazing purchase on the inside of turns. I can't believe it. His throttle control is great. See his rear end just start to wiggle there, and he eases off and gets it back under him. He has the inside line into this next turn. He's taking up the middle of the track, great position. He's going to get that done. Here's Vincent Wood getting passed by Eric Kulliga. You can see Vincent has some damage there. Corey Mitchell, all the while, has actually found his way back up to 5th position. Oh, it looks like Dave Bello has had a couple crashes here. Sorry, Dave, we're gonna cut to him. Oh, and he gets a little clip from some guys going through for good measure. He's gonna fall almost all the way down the standings. Here's Vincent Wood battling with Steven Martinez, who comes in. There's no pit stop necessary, but maybe Steven needs some repairs here. Back up towards the top, things have spread out a little bit. Ken Kruger's catching up to Shane Hunter. Ty Johnson now occupies 4th position, but he's still almost 3 seconds behind Ken. He's catching up now, he's 2.5 behind. And there's Corey Mitchell and Braden Ashford still. Michael Kulliga's back to 7th position. Vincent Wood looking still busted up, but I know he's already been to the pins once, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. There's Tom Elliott, who now has lost that tail of, sorry, Dave was tracking him down, but now he's got Don on his bumper after his little incident. Dustin's made his way up to 11th position. After I think he failed to grid, or he failed to qualify. We have Adam Baltudis in 12th. Steven Martinez is no longer in the race. He might have had to be somewhere. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Sure enough, yeah. I think he's with us. Back up with your race leader. Here's John Miller. He's pulling right away from him. Don Sibley is now tracking down Tom Elliott. It's a little unfortunate we didn't get to see John and Corey really go at it for that long. To their little incident, usually neck and neck most of the time. It's Corey Mitchell perhaps suffering a little bit of damage. He hasn't really reeled Ty Johnson in that much. Oh, and Tom Elliott has gone off. see what happened back there. Oh, and just looks like he overcooks it into that turn. Very difficult. You want to stay on the gas as quick as you can. Looked like Corey had hit that barrier when they came together harder than Adam did. I think he's picked up significantly more damage than Adam, and it may very well be the case that he's not really fighting Corey after what he did. Just letting him have it, or maybe just can't stay with him, but all right, we are almost halfway done. We are 15 minutes, 40 seconds left. Things have started to take shape along this racetrack. Looks like Ken Kruger started to catch up a little bit. He's only 1.7 behind at the moment. It'll be a good battle for second when he gets up there. It was definitely more a moment ago anyways. A quick lap with the pole sitter and race leader Shane. Oh, sorry, John. Breaks in between the 3 and the 2 there. Keeps it in second gear, I believe. Uses all of that racetrack on the exit. Knows exactly where that curbing is going to be. Clips these cones on the inside. Brakes just before the first wall marker there. Gets up on the inside of these curbs. Ooh. Almost unsettles the car though as you come across the crest there. And I think he knows he's sitting pretty 4.5 seconds ahead of Shane, so I don't think he's pushing it too hard here, but doing just an awesome job with the throttle control. He has such confidence in this car. Getting this differential right and your downshifts is pretty vital to having good control when the car is weightless in that moment. Ken Kruger is starting to fall behind a little bit. He's got to look out for Ty Johnson, who's only under 2 seconds behind him. Corey Mitchell makes that 1.3 ahead. He's definitely suffering on this straight though, as that goes up to 1.5. He has pulled 3 seconds off of Braden though, so he's still got good control of this car, even though he might not be as quick on the straightaways. And just looking at the track map there, you can see John Miller's pulled out little bit of a gap, and everybody else is sort of grouped together. And then 10th and 11th position, which is Tom Elliott and Dustin Burkhalter, are a good ways back. They had some separate incidents. Corey Mitchell makes it under a second. He really likes this section. Let's see how much of a fight Ty is going to put up for Corey. Maybe he had seen him take a couple whacks earlier in this race. Might have given these guys a couple free positions. He's definitely seen Corey coming. He's definitely making up all that time. On those straightaways, you know, just losing a little bit of momentum. He's got it down to 0.7 here, and then they'll come out of this onto a few straights. A pit straight, which is short, and then you go through turn 1 and hopefully get it right, because you got second straight here. It's 0.5 seconds now. He's in a great slipstream. It's going to make up for a lot of that, and then you come down to this hairpin, and then you got a really long straight, which Corey needs to stay with him here. It's vital that he stays within a decent toe so that these straightaways are less detrimental to his run. You can see it just piling up there, back to 0.7. This is about the only battle on track at the moment. Everyone else is a little bit spaced out. Corey able to make it 0.4 here, down to 0.3. Let's see if he can't stay with him, or at least push him into a mistake. Maybe a little off track. That's where he was able to make it on Braden, although it didn't work out as planned. He's not going to try the inside here, no. Come back to these guys in a moment. Behind him, Braden Ashworth now has fallen into oh, never mind. Michael is 7 seconds behind him. Braden has a lapped car. I believe that's Adam Baltudis right behind him. Who's just hanging out, sitting pretty, doesn't want to mess with a 6th place machine. Steve Martinez is not on track. He has left, I forgot. Back up top, Ty Johnson. Still defending 4th. And then there's Kent Kruger, just 2 minutes up the road. Corey's got to make this happen kind of soon, as we're on lap 17 with 7 minutes left. As Corey gets it done there, sorry, I was staring at the timing tower. Excuse me, folks. Let's take a look at what just happened. It's Corey. Oh, Ty just gets a little wide on the pit lane entrance runoff area. Thank God it was there, as he's able to at least keep 4th position. now Corey's 2 1/4 behind Kent. So it looks like Vincent Wood had a little off track there. Oh, that's not his original sin. Let's see what happens. Oh, as the rear end just dips into the grass there. Not all-terrain tires, certainly not. Here's your race leader, who's pulled out a healthy, almost 8-second gap ahead of Shane Hunter. In third position is your final podium at the moment, anyways. We do have just under 6 minutes remaining. And Corey Mitchell's made that 1.5 seconds here. He's trying to get a podium position at the very least. Ty Johnson still running in 5th. Braden Ashworth behind him. We've still got Adam Baltutis hanging out behind him. Eric Kulliga's occupying 7th at the moment still. Don Sibley has moved up to 8th after that little excursion by Vincent Wood. Tom Elliott is in 10th position. Dustin Burkhalter is only 2.5 behind Tom. Watch him if he's able to make anything happen. Here's Adam Baltutis still hanging out behind Braden. Corey is going to try to put Kent on under a little bit of pressure towards the end. Wring this car's neck. I think Kent would be happy with 3rd position. Don't think Corey would be happy with 4th or 3rd, so he's definitely going to go for it. We're on lap 19, under 5 minutes left, and Kent Kruger loses it on the final and gets whacked by Corey for good measure. Oh, they're all looking ugly now, and Ty Johnson's right on Kent's bumper now. He's gonna maybe get this. Nope. Kent Kruger suffering from all sorts of damage. Corey Mitchell obviously, moves up into that extra position. Braden Ashworth in the background pushing himself, loses a position to Ty. Sorry, a little bit mistaken. Don't know exactly what happened there. Michael Kulliga is definitely moving up. Ty Johnson almost lost it. He stays ahead, behind Kent Kruger for the moment anyways. Exciting start and exciting finish to the race here at Mid Ohio. Just 2 seconds separates these 3 drivers. Kent now suffering from some significant damage. And Braden Ashworth goes off again. Is that old news? Oh no, the comical grass again. Doesn't look like, Don Sibley has passed him. Let's go back up with Kent Kruger. Hasn't quite shaken Ty, but he's not really able to put Kent under any pressure necessarily. Dustin Burkhalter is now only about 1.1 behind Tom Elliott. See if he can't make something happen there. Get a little broader view so we can get all 3 of these cars in the shot. Maybe it won't happen on the straights, but again, out back. Dustin Burkhalter closing in on Tom. This is a battle for the final 10th position, top 10, which I do think gets, you know, maybe a little extra, couple extra points. It's definitely good racing. Definitely the bragging rights out there to get above Tom. It's not the last race of the season, so definitely getting his head. So we're in the final minute of this race. Let's see where our race leader is. He's in the middle of the infield. Around turn 1, Dustin's really hounding him now. Getting a great tow. Doesn't have a move here though. He knows how hard that car is drifting at the moment as they go around the turns. Oh, and it looks like we're gonna have another lap, ladies and gentlemen. Here is your final lap of the race. These guys, of course, have not passed the finish line for the final time. Oh, sorry, for the second final time, so they'll have another lap after they complete this one. Dustin is just hounding him there. Kent Kruger desperately trying to stay ahead of Ty Johnson. All this damage. Ty makes a half a second behind there. Oh, Dustin taking it really wide there. They're gonna get one more lap here to have at it. Dustin's taking that inside lane, and he really has great grip in these tires. He feels it, keeps it on track, but I think Tom got a better exit. We'll see as they come down the straight here what happens. Dustin's got it in the bag. Tom maybe pushing a little bit too hard. Oh, I'm sorry, folks, and there's the checkered flag as we have John Miller coming across the line for the final time. He's followed by Shane Hunter. Corey Mitchell is dropped back. He's got Kent Kruger right with him as they come across the final turn here. And it's going to be 3, 4, 5 there of Corey Mitchell, Kent Kruger, and Ty Johnson. They are followed by Michael Kulliga here. And that's Adam Baltutis coming across the line with him. Then we have Don Sibley. I don't quite know what happened back there. Let's go back towards see what happened. Dustin went off track towards the end here. Oh, and he just gets it wrong on the final lap, and I think Tom waits for him. Very courteous, anyways. Back up towards the top, everybody. Let's run you through those results. As I was saying, John Miller is your pole sitter and race winner, followed by Shane Hunter. Corey Mitchell gets third position this evening. Kent Kruger just behind him in fourth. quickly followed by Ty Johnson. Eric Kulligas in 6th, Don Sibley in 7th. Braden Ashworth takes 8th, followed by Vincent Wood. Destin Burkhalter actually gets that final top 10 position. He's followed by Tom Elliott, and then Adam Baltudis is your final runner who completed the race. Again, thank everybody for joining us. Tomorrow night we're going to do the GT1s and GTEs, which are always fun with some mixed class racing with a mandatory pit stop. Again, as always, do not hit that thumbs up. Make sure you hit the thumbs down button. And don't subscribe, hit that bell an even number of times. Thank you for joining us.